Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the latest episode, the latest episode of Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which dropped earlier tonight on Disney Plus. I just got done watching it. Before I get into all of that, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not quite caught up with Skeleton Crew by the latest episode, which is today's episode, episode 4, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Honestly, this episode didn't really do a whole lot for me. It felt like kind of a filler episode, like they just showed us getting to a planet that is similar to their own, but not theirs. And apparently, M33, or is it S33, the droid had been there before, and per his old captain's orders, destroyed and removed the coordinates to their homeworld, supposedly to hide or keep the treasure a secret or whatever, causing him to go into villain mode, literally. Almost hurt the kids until Jude Law kind of saved the day by shutting him off. But everything leading up to that, like getting caught between these two warring factions and then like making a deal with them of like giving back their cattle or whatever those things were, it was all kind of meh, But I guess it was necessary filler in the sense that we learned that the droid had forgotten or had his memory wiped of being there before, and then remembered his orders thanks to Fern finding some confidence within herself, or having the idea, hey, if I tell the droid what to do, then he'll have to tell us how to get home and whatnot, which kind of worked. I mean, he remembered his memories, but of course then he went into villain mode, almost hurting the kids till Jude Law shut him off. So this episode was kind of meh to me. Like, not a whole lot of interesting stuff happened. However, it is worth noting and saying, I would take this episode and others like it over the sequel trilogy any day. In case I haven't made it clear, I was not a fan of the sequel trilogy. Didn't like Force Awakens, Last Jedi, or Rise of Skywalker. None of them. As far as I'm concerned, those movies don't exist. Obviously they exist, and unfortunately they are canon. But for me, Star Wars ended with Return of the Jedi. At least the films did. And then like shows like Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, and now Skeleton Crew, I'm very much enjoying. I mean, you're not going to like everything a franchise does, and you don't have to. And I didn't really care for this episode. But you know what? I still would take this episode over the sequel trilogy any day. Just wanted to throw that out there. That's how much I prefer this mediocre episode of Skeleton Crew to the sequel trilogy. So, just throwing that out there. But here's to hope of the next episodes of improvement. It'll be on Christmas Eve, fun enough, about next week, if you can believe that. So, yikes, where's the time gone this month? All right, guys, thanks for watching and bearing with me. Hope you have a nice rest of your night. Skeleton Crew is already at its halfway point with the 4th episode. We only have 4 more episodes to go, if you can believe that. So, stay tuned for more episode reviews like this one. Have a good night, everyone, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.